Right, welcome back to Project Lewis Hamilton, 8-time champion of the world. We are in Miami for round 5, and already I'm faced with a bit of a dilemma because our car is so slow at upgrading and the upgrades aren't proving efficient. I am semi-tempted to write this season off and just focus on research. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do one design project to improve the car, and then I will also do 3 research projects so that our car keeps developing and keeps some sort of competitive ability in this field, and focus all towards next year, where hopefully we're much closer to the fronts from the start and can make some early upgrades and push to the front. I think that's going to be how I do it. Does mean this season is an unfortunate write-off.
Once again, we touch down in...
So let's see what we can do. It looks like it's raining, which is very interesting. Let's simulate P1. Okay, Lewis in 6th, George down in 9th. I mean, I can hardly say I'm surprised. The biggest surprise is probably Lewis being in 6th. Wow, I mean, talk about a mixed setup, eh? I'll do that, and that. Simulate that, and let's see. Yeah, 6th and 8th. I mean, we just don't have the pace with the rest of them. Hardly say it's surprising. Okay, I will cut to qualifying. Why is this saying car parts down? Ah, gearbox is worn. Okay, well I'll have to then. Unfortunately, actually no. I'll keep the gearbox on, but I'll change that for quality. What we will do then is I will cut and I will show you guys how we are at the end of FP3. Our free practice 3 session that had everything, rain, red flags and everything in between. And I can tell you that we looked okay. I managed to get them the highest on confidence setups I have done yet. As you can see, these are times are not truly fair and representative, because the track, after the first runs, Lewis was 2nd quickest, but only about 5 drivers or so had set a lap time, and then it started to rain. So Lewis's lap time being P2 was sort of marred by the fact that Logan Sargent was P3 for the predominant part of that session. The rain then washed away all the rubber and people weren't able to properly improve. Obviously those who hadn't set a lap time were able to, but I'm not going to read too much into it. What I can say is for the first time I've got a 100% setup for G. Russell, and 97 for Hamilton is very, very nice. So we will now head into qualifying.
Let's
and
hope
again it is raining, so this is all about, can I get, while I'm here I will quickly change the gearboxes. That would be rather embarrassing if I'd have forgotten that. It's going to be, can I get them into the right spaces at the right times. So for me this is just looking like it's going to be consistent rain the whole time, maybe easing by the end. I would like to send them out early for a single flyer. It's just fluctuating between that. Apparently DRS has been enabled. I mean, that just isn't true. You'd hope that anyway. Yeah, no driver is using DRS by the look of it. So now we get to see Lewis is 1.4 off the pace.
That's a good lap, Lewis.
Oh
Let's
dear.
call the car
Okay, right.
box.
Yep. Currently P3.
Dear. Okay,
Yeah,
this
we're happy
wasn't
with
the
that.
ideal first
Yeah,
one
we will
I
box
was
box
hoping
into
for,
this lap.
if I'm honest.
Okay.
Albeit it looks very, very topsy-turvy, to be fair. Honestly, I might just go out again here, just immediately, because then I might be able to have time for one more flying lap at the end as well.
Currently P7.
Oh, they just aren't improving. And track conditions changed to wet.
P11. So just confirming boxing and back into the garage.
I'm kind of lost for ideas here. I'd want to leave it as late as is physically possible, but I'll send them out now because they'll have a nice little bit of gap. Right, okay. Oh, now Lewis's engine is wearing through. That's not what I needed. Right, Russell and Hamilton are both down.
Okay, so we've taken the flag.
They've gone double greens. They will be, I think, some of the last people to actually set a truly representative flying lap. This needs to be big, else they are both out in Q1. So Russell crosses the line, he's up to 5th. Hamilton crosses the line up to 5th. Good, we are both safe. Verstappen, oh my word. Look at how close Verstappen is to being out. This is what I mean. Drivers can get so easily caught out here. And fortunately for Verstappen, just Bottas didn't improve enough. Wow. Lucky, lucky boy. Yeah, 5th and 6th, that's pretty good. Obviously we'll expect Leclerc and Verstappen to be further up than that come the end of the actual qualifying, but you know, that's pretty good still. I'll take that. Right. Obviously I can't take Lewis's power unit out, which is very annoying. I think I'm going to send them out on the used set, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think it's going to dry by the end of the session. I don't think this lap is going to matter at all.
It's currently
Russell,
P4.
okay, Russell and Hamilton, that's some pretty solid lap times. But I think the track's just going to steadily improve.
So currently P5.
So this is going to be all about getting in, getting
Box,
onto the
box.
softs.
Call the car.
Might need a double push to capitalise fully. Right. Will I need... I don't think I'll have time for double push, will I? I'll leave it a bit longer and see. I'm not going to have time for double push. I'm just going to take away one flying lap. Thought I might just have the time for double push, but I just don't think that's going to be the case. Why is that not letting me go? Okay, now I need to have additional fuel for one lap apparently. Sure. Whatever. Everyone has gone out on slicks. I think we're going to make the right decision here, but I need to leave it as late as possible. Yep, the track has changed to dry. Oh, it's just going to be in a really awkward position. I'm going to have to send them out and hope. I think I'll do it now. That's okay. That's okay. That's a decent enough gap.
So that's the checkered
We've been
flag.
held up a bit on our flying laps here, but 5th and 6th again. Not will take that. And Sainz is out in Q2. Logan Sargent is through into Q3 for the second weekend in a row. So our drivers keep putting it out in the last. We have been held up a bit with traffic there, but that's good news. We are there. We are through. We are safe. And Sainz is not. That's a big, big man. Stroll as well. That's huge. Two of our big competitors. And now it's saying it's full wet conditions for this final part of qualifying. Yeah, I think we're just going to need to send them out and essentially just pray for the best.
So we just need to get that delta negative.
Oh, it's actually got better. I was not expecting it to get better. Okay, at least we got the bank up, and to be fair. Right, I will use a new set of inters. Seems very foolish not to. It's not going to dry, is it? No. I think they need to go out now. Else I'm going to miss the best weather. Surely.
That's currently P5.
Oh dear, Hamilton got held up so badly on the final lap. Oh. Why does Hamilton always suck in qualifying, man? That's really annoying. Hamilton got held up so much in his final flyer.
Here we are, folks.
Oh well, right. I'll sort out the strategy. Let's get into the race. Alrighty, here we go.
Lights out,
Unfortunately,
and
it looks like
away we
everyone
go.
has seen that the weather forecast states rain will be imminent. So, we very simply are just going to go max attack Lewis.
Let's get after it.
We have to be aggressive on the overtaking side.
Let's go for it. That's it.
We do not need to worry about tyre preservation and tyre management. We just need to go and book it and just send it. Lewis is somehow struggling to keep in DRS range of the Ferrari. Come on. Okay, I will now take these guys off their push fuel. I hope they can stay in DRS range. It's very annoying that Stroll and Gasly have jumped this. Sainz I was fully expecting. I was hoping we could maybe keep Stroll behind. I was definitely hoping we could keep Gasly behind, but never mind. Hugely frustrating. I mean, Lewis's PU is very done. Oh! Come on, Lewis. Oh, man. Unlucky, mate. Sorry, this car is an absolute track, so we do apologise for the inconvenience. Just going to push ahead. Oh, and Hamilton's actually made up a place, is he? Yeah, we did the double on Gasly. Well, hopefully we stay ahead of Gasly. We can use Sainz to slip us along. Should be very nice. Jesus, we've almost gone into the back of him. Pit windows very soon, yes, obviously, because the rain is going to be coming very soon. Okay, now I do not like how Hamilton has dropped away here. I'm going to need to deploy, I reckon. Oh, they all concertinaed up a little bit there.
It's not going to be long
okay.
now, mate. Copy.
Cars are all a bit out of order for this race because of the manic qualifying. Come on, Lewis, just keep sending it. Right, you've just got to keep sending. Just trust us, the rain will come. It's so short. There might be some people that are tempted to stay out, but I mean, you're an idiot if you do. It's just annoying. Russell's clear out in 5th. This is solid. That is progress. That shows where the car can be. Lewis just gets really unlucky in qualifying. It's absolutely stiffed by being blocked. It wasn't even Perez this time. It was just everyone. Right, I will cut to when it rains. The rain is falling, but not aggressively at all. I'm slightly concerned here. The rain is not falling aggressively and landing on circuit. I'm going to have to take them off max push here, which is bad news for Lewis because he's just not quick enough to keep up with the DRS train. It's disastrous really because we're already reaching the end of where I think the rain is going to be. I cannot believe it. The rain just isn't settling on circuit at all.
Just let us know what you think about these tyres.
Rears are being killed with the high speed.
Copy, understood.
I don't know what to do because the rain is still coming down for a good few more laps. The Inters are just going to shoot, like just completely die. Has Bottas come in and braved the Inters? He has. I think it's time. Get yourself on the Inters, Lewis. George, you too. Lewis's tyres were absolutely dead. Gasly's carried on. That's a weird call. Science has jumped us in the pits, which is very annoying. I mean, again, I think we can just attack on these tyres because the rainy period just isn't going to last. So we've got to make the most of this while we can. Yeah, I mean the track isn't very dry, but it's now damp. The air is going to really start to struggle. He still hasn't pit. He now is. But he's just lost so much. Lewis back up into the point. If I can get Lewis, I mean realistically thinking, yes, it's fine, George. Your tyres are hot. Who cares? You just got to push. If I can get Hamilton above Hulkenberg and maybe above Ocon in this race, that would be good. And they are right there, so I think it is very possible that I could. I'm just going to do a little bit of fuel saving here. How bad is the engine? It's not looking awful, but... It's not ideal. Russell's actually looked pretty good this race. He's looked very competent out in front, not too far off the pace. Lewis has struggled a lot. You may wonder if I'm regretting trying to get him to win this championship. The answer is yes, because this has been painful as hell, but we are here fighting the Haas of Nico Hulkenberg, the man who does wonders for my fantasy F1 every week when he gets P2 in qualifying. Come on, but now I want him gone. I want him dispatched. And I want it this lap ideally. I mean the rain is set to last a few more laps. Come on Lewis, right. Here we go mate. You're going to be deploying down the straight. And then we're going to deploy you all the way down this long straight. All the way. Come on. Come on, Merc powertrain. Oh. It's just sadness. That's all I feel watching this fight. It really is. Go on, boys. Push again for a little bit. Russell's keeping the gap to Stroll very nicely. If I can keep... I mean, the realistic aim for this season is basically 7th and 8th in every race. I'm going max attack with Lewis here, and we cannot keep up with a Haas and an Alpine. Come on, man. Right, I will cut to a bit of exciting action and go and cry. As Lewis manages to finally get past the stinking Alpine, we have informed the rain has stopped completely. And I think with Lewis, it's worth the gamble to pit onto hards now. Yes, the track is still damp, but I reckon it's drivable, and if we can get an undercut on everyone else, we'll avoid the pit stop mayhem, and we'll be able to get our tyres up to temperature much quicker. With Lewis, I don't think there's that much to lose. He's only fighting for the last few points anyway. I say we pit this lap. For George, I'll carry on a little bit. I'm just going to start to manage him a little bit. I think Lewis needs to pit this lap because it's dry. I reckon we could get a very big advantage here. Should I do George as well? Honestly, screw it. I have a big enough gap. I'm doing it. George and Lewis are both going to box on this lap. It might be early, but I think the track is dry enough. Pretty dead stop times if I'm honest, but we are both out. In 8th and 10th is not bad at all if I'm honest. I'll go mild aggressive for George. And I'll go mild aggressive for Lewis. I think this is a masterclass. Yeah, we've done them so much here. Russell has actually been brought back into the fight with Sainz, but now he's being ducked by Lance Stroll, which is not very good. But with Lewis, we've now bridged a nice gap to the Alpine. Hopefully we can just stay ahead now for the rest of the race, if I'm honest. What has everyone else gone to? They've gone medium. Wow. I mean, that's bold. Because I can just push for the rest of this race and probably be absolutely fine as I misread George's fuel situation. Lewis is keeping pace with Alpine. 7th and 8th is where I was aiming for this race. Obviously Russell, it was just about how high could he maintain. I think, to be fair, I've done a pretty good job with this. I'm pretty happy with this. You know, right, I will cut now that you've seen my pit stop magnificence. I will cut to any exciting bit of action because I reckon it's probably now just Lewis trotting along the track with George not really making any inroads. So as we near the end of this race, I mean, I'm pretty confident I made the right call. I mean, yeah, their tyres have just about made the end. But I reckon if I was on the same tyres, I wouldn't have been able to push as much. And I wouldn't have been able to keep up, and I would be then in real trouble with the tyres. So I've definitely made the right call for the team, in my opinion. And it's just unfortunate that Lewis didn't have such a good qualifying because he has actually looked okay in terms of race pace today. Obviously nothing incredible, don't get me wrong, we're not anywhere near the race wins yet. But let's just face facts here, we are a midfield team in this career mode, and I'm playing the Aston Martin game of
today's winner.
Develop a lot for next season and get the benefits of finishing slightly lower in the positions. Obviously 7th and 8th, I'm pretty content with that. Lewis and George both happily coasting very easily on tyres. We bridged the gap to Ocon so much because they just had to tyre manage in that
was
midfield.
P7.
So I'll take
Nice job.
7th and 8th.
This is where we are at the moment.
Yep, George says it absolutely spot on. That's where we are at the moment. Exactly.
P8.
Well done, Lewis.
That was a tough one, guys. Well done, guys.
Yep. It was a tough one. Lewis had to start from P9. He had two faster cars behind him. Realistically, that could well have been P11 at the end of this race. But he made up places on people he needed to make up places on. and that's all I could have
Lots
asked.
to talk about today. For the moment,
So, obviously, Sainz and Stroll were out of position drastically. The Drivers' Championship, Lewis. This is just sad to look at, really, and the same with the Constructors, if I'm honest. I'm hoping we might be able to squeak third, but it'll be later in the season if that does happen. See, fastest pit stop award. Yeah, I mean, we just didn't get anywhere near, did we? Yep, not in the top 10. Brilliant. Cheers, team. Oh, we're even 8th in this championship, for God's sake. Right. To be fair, only 3/10 off the best is not too bad, but it shows how competitive they all are. Anyway, that is going to be where I leave this episode. A Miami Grand Prix that is realistic for where we are. And yeah, we are unfortunately going to be there for probably the rest of this season. So let me just go through the emails. Tour Centre Construction, that's now good news. Gets us a lot of weekly income, that's nice. Design Centre Improvement. It costs $1 million. You know what, I'll do it. I'll approve that. Right. Powertrain, let's replace both of these engines. Absolutely stink, so both of them are gone. Probably I'll need to replace the ERSs as well for next race. Actually, again, I may as well just leave them on for free practice, if I'm honest. But yeah, I will skip ahead now to the next Grand Prix, which is going to be in Imola, I believe. It's the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Yes, it is. And then, for a team that is not very good at qualifying, we're going to be in for the qualifying Grand Prix. So that's going to be fun. But Imola up next. Very difficult overtaking circuit in real life, but not so much in games. So if you have watched, then thank you, and I'll see you guys in Italy.